Know what it is. Live, uncut. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. And what? Shame the devil. All right, people. Live, uncut, unedited. Tonight, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, people? What's going on? Live, uncut, Facebook family. What's going on, Facebook family? We still in Black History Month, so do not forget your history. Black History Month, we got a great topic tonight. Actually, we got two topics tonight. We want to talk about these 13-year-olds that stole a car, had a crash, and killed a 71-year-old man. I tell you, it's terrible. And they right at home with their mother right now, probably playing video games. Something has to be done, people. Something has to be done. I tell you, something has to be done. Come on in, people. Come on in. This is live, uncut, unedited. Something has to be done, people. I tell you, this is the truth. Something has to be done. Live, uncut. Let me see who on here, too. I know. What's up, Chad? I see you. Grandpa, what's up? You got the baby tonight, huh? Papa Chad got the baby tonight. Got a beautiful grandbaby. She's so precious. So precious. So precious. All right, I see you, Chad. I see you, brother. I see you. I see you. Miss Virginia Beasley. I see you. I see you. Is that Jessica? Jessica, what's going on? I see you. I see you. Rose, what's up, Rose? What's up? Vicky, Gavin. All right, I see you. Keena Nicole, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I tell you, what's this? Xavier Date. Yo, my brother Martin. That's right. Live, uncut, unedited. Y'all already know what it is. Is that James White? What's up, James White? What's going on, people? We got a great topic tonight, and I guarantee you it's going to be one, and it's going to be a short night tonight. I'm going to try to hold on for about an hour. It's 8:19, at least till 9:19 or 9:30. Y'all ain't going to wear me out tonight. What's up, brother? Who's this? I see Christelle Marshbanks. What's going on? I've been missing you all day. I'm back. 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 I tell you, live, uncut, unedited, people. All right, we got to get it going. We got to get it, as the young folks get it cracking. Mika Jeffries, I see you. I see you. I see you, Mika. What's going on, Mika? This is a Valentine's Day, and I tell you, people, it's going to be some people that's very proud, and it's going to be some people that's upset. I tell you. Monique McCoy, what's going on? I see you. 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 Melvina, DJ Ice Haynes, I see. No, I'm talking about Melvina. I'm sorry. Excuse me, bro. Melvin, I'm so sorry. Sorry about that, bro. Sorry about that. I am human. I make mistakes. I see you, Monique. Sorry about that, Melvin. Won't ever happen again. Won't ever happen again. Cordell, what's going on? Sylvia Stone. What's up, Sylvia? San Diego in the house. All right. Mika Lynn. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Nisi. What's up, Nisi? Sheffield. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Deanne Jordan. I see you. Karen M. Blanks. What's going on, Miss Blanks? Sandra Briggs. What's up, Sandra? Antoinette Jacks. What's going on? What's going on? We ready to rock and roll, people. We ready to rock and roll. We got our people. Y'all already know. You already know what it is. What is it? Live, uncut, unedited. That's what it is. Tell the truth. And what? And shame the devil. All right. To my YouTube family, I appreciate you. For those that tune on in here, thank you so much. Make sure, if you're not following me on YouTube, you subscribe to my channel, Martin G. Johnson. Trust me. All right, people. This is live uncut. Oh, I see brother Nathan. What's up, man? I don't believe in Valentine's Day. People pick up one day out of a year to show a person how much they love you. What about the other 364 days? Can I get a witness? You got a witness. I understand. I understand, bro. I understand. I understand. They might, some lucky woman tonight might get some flowers tomorrow. She might get some flowers tomorrow. We'll see. We would definitely see. She might get some flowers. Definitely. All right, people. We're going to talk about these 13-year-olds that stole a car in Robbins. Oh, my goodness, man. It is crazy. It's crazy, people. It is crazy out here, people. 13-year-olds stole a car in Robbins and hit and killed a 71-year-old. People, ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? All right. All right. All right. All right, people, come on in. Come on in. Come on. That's sad. So sad. 13-year-old teenagers. 13-year-old. And guess what? They at home right now playing video games right now. Like nothing never happened. People, something has to be done. Some type of accountability had to be given account. Somebody, matter of fact, y'all share this video. Share this video. Please share the video. Share the video. I see nobody sharing the video. Share the video. I'm going to share it. I got a call that just came in. It looked like a number I can recognize. Okay. Come on in, people. Come on in. We got 2 subjects tonight, and we're going to be on the hour, probably about an hour, and that's it, people. We're not going to drag it on tonight, so we ain't got time for no sermons tonight. So you got to come on with it. When you get on this live, you got to bring it tonight. You got to bring it. You got to bring it. You got to bring it, or else I'm going to have to give you the mute button. I'm telling you, give you the mute button. I got 2 callers on there. Hold on, callers. I see y'all. I'm sharing it. Make sure you share it, caller. Hold on, callers. I hear you. Just hold on. I got 2 of you guys on there. Just hold on. Hold on. We want to talk about this 13-year-olds that stole a car and hit and killed a man, a 71-year-old man. And they right back at home with their parents right now as we speak, probably playing video games. I'll tell you, there's people, we're going to have to do something because our young folks off the chain, man. They are off the chain. And this shouldn't be so. Okay, I'm going to call on my first caller, 0291. 0291. Come on with it, caller. Come on with it. Let's stay on the subject tonight.
Hi, Martin.
Yes, come on.
How okay, Martin, this is Mother Diva.
Hey, Mama.
And the reason I'm calling.
Happy belated birthday to you anyway. Go ahead, Mama Diva. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The reason I'm calling you, Martin.
I know why you're
calling. And I'm going to make sure I send this to the legislators because I'm going to tell you what happened. I just found out Kalia, the granddaughter of the gentleman that was killed, just posted it on Nextdoor, and I reached out to her. And the reason I did, Martin, is because we're always talking about a solution. Right. I wrote a carjacking penalty bill last year, and I was trying to partner with Mayor Asbury of Hazelcrest to have a press conference with some of the state senators and state legislators in front of the Markham Courthouse because Hazelcrest had a high rate of carjacking. It's been happening a lot in the south suburbs. Right. And in my carjacking bill, it was a penalty. The penalty was if you were under 18, and it had various levels. If you were under 18, you would go to a boot camp and you would have to clean cars. You would have to wash cars, clean up junkyards, and that depended on if you killed somebody. If you killed somebody, it was a mandatory 10 years. Mm-hmm. Okay. The Mayor Asbury was in support of this, and we sent it to State Senator Michael Hastings. And he specifically told Mayor Asbury that he wanted to wait until November because this was supposed to be the June election. Mm-hmm. He wanted to wait till November because he had a carjacking bill that was to put devices on the cars to locate the cars. And I said, we don't have time to wait. Do you know how many people are going to be carjacked and even killed?
Says sister.
And all they wanted to do was wait. We have to get this carjacking penalty bill passed because now we have children killing grandparents. We have children killing children. There are babies in the back of these cars.
Driving them too.
And these legislators, I mean, I sent it to Debbie Myers Martin, who I love dearly. But what happens is when you submit a bill for consideration, it goes through a process. They have so many bills and so much documentation that it could get lost in translation. And then they look at what is more a priority, and especially with an election. You are elected officials. So that means we need you to listen to what we want, what laws we want to pass. So now I'm hoping that since this has happened, that they will start taking a better look at the carjacking penalty bill. There needs to be a serious penalty for stealing someone's car and stealing someone's car that results in death.
Let me say something, Mama Diva, too. I'm
wondering about these parents, blah, blah, blah. No, we need to get laws passed and enforced.
And I'm in agreement with you on that. I'm in agreement with you on that, too, because right now you had 3 13-year-old teenagers, three of them, hit and killed and hit a man in the car, 71-year-old grandfather. And take this out, people. I'm almost assured that they was being chased too. That's another thing that we get. Now, each case is different. That's what
the granddaughter said, Martin.
Yeah, that's it was being chased.
His granddaughter posted it on Nextdoor. She said that the police was chasing these boys. And her grandfather was hit.
Make sure, you know what, Mama Diva, make sure you connect me with her. Connect me with her if you can.
I will. I want to put y'all because I think she needs to come on. This was just horrendous.
Right.
It was horrendous.
Right.
And then, so what are people? And so now you have a wave of people who, now I know, Martin, I know you remember the story in Inglewood about the young boys that tried to carjack a grandpa and he shot him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, so now you're going to have more people carrying guns, carrying some kind of devices, and so what I have to say to these parents out here, number one, Grand Theft Auto should be banned because that's where they're getting this crap from.
Thank you. Their parents, they get mad at me because I said, Martin.
You think because your kids are in the house sitting there playing video games, they're playing video games that are instructing them on how to hurt people.
Preach, sister. I'll stand with you, sister.
That's the problem. We allow this shit in our country. That needs to be banned. Because it's teaching them how to do it. We got people on YouTube teaching folks how to steal the kids.
Yeah. Them videos need to be banned too.
They're giving these people instructions.
Yeah.
But guess what? They ain't giving nobody instructions on how to do deep research and read a book and learn of your history, how you was kings and queens and to start a business and to be an entrepreneur. See, that gets pushed under the rug because it's wonderful stories about how people are doing that, how young people are doing that, how 13 and 14-year-olds are graduating from college, getting PhDs. You only see that on LinkedIn. That ain't made worldwide news.
That's right.
It ain't on CNN. It ain't on Fox.
That's right.
So they want to show all this garbage. And another thing I want to tell you too, because I know you say you don't really believe in Valentine's Day, but if you do, and that's fine, but if you do some research, Martin, I'm just sharing it with people. Valentine was a man back several hundred years ago who was a minister, and he was helping the military men get married. They wanted to be married. It was illegal for them to do that. The man was murdered because he was murdered for love. That's why they named the day after him. Because it was illegal for him to be a minister to marry people.
Okay.
And so they killed him behind.
Mama Diva, before you leave.
That's why Valentine's Day is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just say something to you. Not only Grand Theft Auto is another game too, but somebody don't believe. But can you kind of break it down in the simplest form for those parents that don't believe that videos have an effect on their children? Please break it down, because they think it's just me, Mama Diva. They think it's just me. Please tell them.
Okay.
Break it down to them,
Okay.
please.
So here's the situation. I don't know if any of your viewers have ever seen something like this, but there are devices where you can go to various events where technology events. They have these devices that they put on your forehead where you can see in 3D, and the device is like a video that tells a story about a movie or something, and you're actually in it, and you're moving around and make you feel like you're gonna fall off a cliff. It's gonna do all these things. This affects your psyche because you're right there in it. When these children are sitting on the couch eating Cheetos, which is poison, okay, and watching this Grand Theft Auto, which starts at one level and continues to go levels up. It's giving them instructions on how to carjack people. Grand Theft Auto is about stealing vehicles. It's just like, it's really a movie, but it's a video game. And you get leveled up. You go up these levels. That affects young people's psyche. Anything that you see will affect you, especially if you're young. If you're an adult, like we go to the movies and we see Arnold Schwarzenegger, shooting up folks, the Terminator and all of that. But as an adult, we have the ability to discern and know and understand that this is just a movie. These kids are not looking at it like that. They're not saying, you know what, this is just a video game that I'm playing, and I know that I'm not supposed to go out here and do this. A lot of them don't see it that way. Some may do. Okay, so they said, well, you know what? Let's just go try this. Let's try and see if it works. They're just trying what they see on the screen.
And people don't believe that.
Those games need to be banned.
Yeah, and you know what? Let me just say this. Listen, we're not saying that every child that play Grand Theft Auto is out there carjacking. We're not saying that, but it has an influence.
Not at all.
We're not saying that. For those of you lazy parents, and yeah, I'm saying it, parents, males and female parents, too lazy to pay attention to your sons and your daughters, and you just stick a video game in their room and so they can keep quiet. Shame on you. When are you going to have some me time? Listen, there's no way in the world.
When do these parents sit down with these kids? And let me tell you something. When I was a little girl, because I come from a mixed family, my mother's Caucasian and Indian, and my father was African American.
Right.
And my mother wanted me to learn as much as I can about everything. She bought me these Black History Month cards, and each card had a picture like Mary McLeod Bethune and all these different great people in history that were of color, and it gave a definition. She would sit down with me and explain some of this stuff. And my mother grew up, her culture was African American, even though she wasn't. She grew up around that. When are these parents sitting down with their children and teaching them things? You only see this with Moore's family, or families that are consciously aware, that are woke. Like with Fred Hampton Jr. and his movement. And here's the problem. When people start doing this, when families start doing this, here come the government. Because if people of color start organizing, okay, to create opportunities and programs in their community, if it's not done by a large amount of people, then you could easily be targeted and shut down. What it's going to take, you have all these people going to, the White House and they're doing all these protests and all of that. If you're going to protest, then you need to protest and get some laws passed. You need to come together and go to Springfield. You need to go get your federal Congress people involved and get these laws passed. That's what it's going to, and the laws need to be enforced. A lot of these laws are not being enforced. They're just sitting there on the books. Martin, did you know that there are 22 states in the United States that have an adultery law? Do you know anybody who went to jail for cheating on their spouse?
Nope.
And I'm not trying to get off the subject, but the point I'm trying to make, we have laws on the book that's not being enforced. We got to get them passed, and we got to make sure that they're being enforced.
Yeah. Hold it right, Mama Diva. I got another caller. That caller been patient. You ain't got to go nowhere. I got another question, actually, Mama Diva. 9508.
Okay, no problem.
9508 caller. Where you calling from? 9508 caller. Go ahead. Thank you for holding.
From Chicago.
Thank you for holding. Okay, caller. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hey, I understand what you're saying. We do got to make a stricter laws for these youth, man. Because how you gonna kill somebody and just tragically, and then you just get out the next day?
No, the same day. Ain't no next day.
It's acting. The same day, and that's sad. That's sad because y'all want to go joyride. Y'all done took this man's life who had everything he wanted. He probably just making a couple run in the morning.
And you know,
and man, it was good.
But let me just say this, brother. These are our sons that's doing this, and our daughters. They drive too. 13-year-old. Yeah. They're all at home right now, probably playing video games or listening to some drill music. Now, let me just say this, brother. Hold on. Listen, let me just say this, and I'm quite sure Mama Diva can agree with me on this. Listen, people, you cannot continue to take garbage in and expect good results. Garbage music, garbage videos, and you think it's going to have a great outcome. Putting all that even bad foods. You think you're going to eat years and years of bad foods and think you're going to have good health. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, people.
Say it again for the people in the back.
Yeah. If you continue thinking that you're going to eat all these bad foods and think you're going to maintain good health, it's not going to happen. And so it is with these bad music, these violent music, these songs and all that, these drill songs, talking about killing, murder, and raping and all that. And some of y'all parents, you beat your children more listening to it than they do. And you know the words. Drill music. Drill means to kill. It means to kill. They talking about sex, drugs. They glorify. They glorifying these things. Our young people. Look at our young people. We're not going back in the 60s. We're going to stay right here in 2023. Look at our young people. And this is excuse, Mama Diva, I hear for parents. Oh, the government, they don't want us to discipline our children. So that means you just let them do anything they want to. Since you say the government don't want you to discipline you. The government never said you couldn't discipline your child, said don't beat them. No. So I'm telling y'all people, we got to get it together. And I know parenthood don't come with no instructions, but we got to get it together.
Boys need their ass beat. Little boys need their ass beat with all kind of switches off the damn street.
But my thing is just, and we beat them. How you know they weren't already beaten? That's why they out there 13. We can't just say just beat them. They already beat.
Well, hey, listen, brother. Listen.
They what is 13-year-old?
They killed somebody. They killed somebody. They wasn't out there playing. They killed somebody.
They wasn't out there playing basketball. They was out there operating the vehicle that wasn't theirs.
Hey, what they show on YouTube? They show these little boys how to steal even the kids. That's all been stolen.
Yeah, but brother, listen. Listen, brother. But what about the victim family? What about their family members, man? That was a 71-year-old man.
Man, I got more from him because he
he
was probably going on the copy.
Right.
Going on the copy and getting a newspaper.
71-year-old man. 71-year-old man going about his day. Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. Hold it. A 71-year-old man, 3 teenagers. in Robbins, Illinois, people.
Mhm.
What is wrong? Where are their parents at? What are they? Listen, parents, I told y'all, if you could take the credit for them doing well in school, well on the football field, on the basketball court, or whatever, tennis or whatever, you got to take the blame for when they do bad. You got to take the blame. I'm not talking about the responsibility, but the blame. That's your son. That's your daughter. I'm telling you, we can talk that stuff if we want to. And I know I'm not saying that lock them up, throw away the key, but they should serve some type of boot camp or something. Like the sister said, clean some cars for the next couple of years. Do something. You just can't take nobody, a human life like that. You wasn't on no basketball court. You wasn't on a football field. You wasn't swimming. You wasn't camping. You was out there stealing and operating a vehicle without license. That wasn't yours. That's terrible. Now, somebody got to bury that 71-year-old grandfather. They got to bury him. How you think that family feel?
Exactly.
How you think that family feels? Trust me.
Yeah.
3 13-year-old, and guess what? They didn't spend not one day in jail or in custody. They at home right now. Right now, probably watching me talking crazy. Oh, that crime chaser guy, there you go again. Maybe if they ain't watching, their parents watching and listen. I got another caller. Hey, caller, 0941. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
Hi, Martin.
Hey,
Hi, Martin.
Hey, Marcus, how you doing, brother? I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead, Marcus.
Let me just jump right into this.
Go ahead.
These kids, I'm gonna refrain from cursing.
Okay.
These kids, some of them don't want to do right. We keep making, people got to quit making excuses for their bad behavior. They should be getting life in prison, not washing cars, not doing boot camp. That's a luxury. Life in prison on a concrete floor, on a steel bed. They need to be made an example. We always talk about police brutality and white folks brutalizing us. Look at what we're doing to ourselves. We destroy our own neighborhoods. Yeah, there are no resources, but some of these kids don't want to obey rules. They don't want to work. They don't want to come out of their comfort zone. They want to be on that block. They want to gang bang. They want to steal. We got to accept that. And with that, they need to be locked up. We need to quit giving them a luxury. Jail shouldn't be a luxury. It should be a punishment. You put yourself there. Ain't nobody just grabbed you because you was black right now. You put yourself there. You caused the police to be on your block. You caused your neighborhood to be hot. You caused neighborhoods like Inglewood, Roseland, and even Washington Heights to be in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
You caused
Martin, can I respond to him?
Yeah. Hold on. Marcus.
As hard as our people work, these kids
Hold
out
on,
here
Mommy.
doing what they doing, making our neighborhoods look bad, making us look bad. As hard as our people work, we talk about Black History Month, and these kids don't care nothing about that. Then they'll tell you they don't even give a F about the mayor's race. They don't care nothing about that. And these immigrants are being snuck in here on them. I was just at a thing yesterday where they're getting ready to evict scores of black people over here in Princeton Park and put immigrants over there where they're going to be at. These black kids out here still being stupid, and we making excuses for them. Lock them up when they do wrong, and they should get life when they kill somebody.
Okay, Marcus.
That's what I wanted to. I wanted to respond to that, Martin, because in the carjacking penalty bill that I wrote, it does say that if the carjacking resulted in death, they would get life in prison. I had different levels of it, and I agree with this gentleman here. Okay, and I just wanted to be clear that it wasn't a walk in the park. I don't understand. And then there's another thing that I wanted to say too. Some of these young people, like that young boy, that Spanish boy, Adam, that got killed a few years ago, some of these 13 and 14-year-old kids that are out here carjacking are under the influence of an older person. Some of them are being influenced and being forced by somebody maybe 19 or 20 to do their dirty work. We got to look at that aspect of it too.
Mm-hmm. Well, I only thing I disagree with both of you guys is I don't think you should give a teenager life because their mind ain't mature. That's the only thing I disagree with. Now, I punishment, yeah, I can go with that, but not
they
life.
Killed somebody.
Not life.
That person will never get parole from that.
You got to wait your turn, bro. Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead.
I was going to say something. I got a nephew, man, was smart. He had got in the car with a guy, you know, normal neighborhood guy that he knew on the block, and the guy had 2 guns. My nephew was 15 at the time. I'm talking about 15 at the time, and the guy that pulled over, my nephew took 2 gun cases, and you know what I'm saying? I had sent him, and I'm like, man, oh man, he said no. So you following his path. These older guys out here influencing these younger guys do their dirty work. Now, my nephew, even though, you know what I'm saying, he's locked up in the Audi home right now. He killed somebody. He locked up in the Audi home. He got his high school diploma. He's working on his going to college. He was a smart boy, but just made bad mistakes. It's these older guys, these old ass niggas who coming out the penitentiary thinking that all the streets still there. Y'all need to, man, make a better example.
Right. Hold it right there, brother.
Make a better example.
Hold it right there.
Okay.
9800. You live, uncut, unedited. 9800.
Yeah, how you doing? Mar Johnson. Good evening, sir.
Good.
I was just wanted to add, man, and just say that I feel like, you know, us as parents, we do got to take full responsibility, man. There's no way around it. You know, and the ones that do influence their child in a negative way, buying them, you know, things that they're not supposed to have, man, that is so wrong. You know, my whole thing about it is, what can we do to make it better? Because we actually have parental controls on devices that we can maintain and always keep monitored. So really, it should be no excuses. But I get the fact that the ones that do it, that condone it, that is completely wrong, man, because we don't need to have kids be influenced in a negative way. They already got enough going on at school and other places that they may go to. So I feel like the ones that do it, man, they need to step. The ones that's influencing the children negatively, they need to step up, man, and stop doing it so that we can have a better generation of kids growing up so they can actually, you know, do something with themselves.
Right. Let me just hold on, brother. You got to talk. Matter of fact, everybody put your phones on mute and call on you. Man, do it that way. The brother talking. Okay, go ahead, brother. 9800. Go ahead. 9800. Go ahead.
You know, I was pretty much done. That
okay.
Was it. You know,
all right.
You know, I get it. But
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
I was done.
Okay. Again, Mama Diva and Marcus, I like what y'all said. The only thing I don't agree with is give them life in jail. And the only reason why I've said it because they're minors. That's all. That's the only reason why I say that. Now, punishment. Yes.
Martin.
Yeah, go ahead.
I understand that, Martin, but what I'm saying to you is, if you are 13 and you kill somebody, life is 25 years. It ain't 60. You're still young enough to get out and make a difference. And we have to look at setting an example for these other kids. Because if a 13-year-old ended up with 25 years in prison for carjacking somebody and they ended up getting killed, the victim, it's going to send a message to these other 13-year-olds.
Okay.
That's the whole point.
Okay.
Let me say this.
Go ahead, Marcus.
I feel like...
Hold on, callers.
Like
I'm going to get to you. Got somebody talking. Go ahead, Marcus. Yeah.
The person that they kill will never get a second chance at life. So their lives are gone when you made that choice. You deserve, that's why I stand behind, I don't care if you're a teenager. You kill somebody, you deserve to get life because everybody in that family is affected by the person that you murdered. That person would be alive today if you hadn't stolen a car and decided to flee. That person would be alive if you hadn't pulled that gun and was shooting at somebody over some stupid stuff, and you in your house watching TV and you get shot and killed. You will never get a second chance. You will never get a. What about that victim? They never get a second chance, or the family. So if you kill somebody wrongfully, you should get life in jail. I could go so far as to say you should get the death penalty.
Okay.
But the death penalty wouldn't be carried out there. But a life sentence, you should get life in jail with no luxuries, none of that. And one parent told me she didn't care how the juveniles were being treated in the juvenile detention center. They put themselves there because one of those kids are in there that killed my son. And so I feel that they should get life. I mean,
okay.
I don't care how young you are. You do the time, you do the crime, you should get life because
okay.
that other person will never get that chance.
Hold it right there, Marcus. I got another call. I got 3 more callers. I got some out of town callers. I want to see what they 901 area code. Come on, 901 area code. Come on.
Hey, Martin.
Hey.
I have one thing to say is, why are these pet laws, if you go out and beat your animal, if you go out and shoot your animal, you get jail time. But when it comes down to human being, or people go out and kill human beings, they don't get no time at all. Now, why is that? Why is these animal laws is more stricter than these human rights laws?
I can answer that.
Go ahead, Mama Diva.
Because it's politics. It's politics. The animal rights organizations are sticking together and unifying, and they're being funded to fight with Congress and to fight with their legislators. That's why. This is politics and money.
So
they have no regard for human rights.
If they stricken on animals, it should go both ways because we are.
You are absolutely right.
Right with the animals. You could go out here and whoop your dog and go to jail and do some time. But your kid could go out here and shoot somebody, carjack them, and don't do no time.
That's right.
Where you calling from, young lady? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay, Memphis, Tennessee. Okay, that's a good point, though. You did get a good point. I never looked at it like that, but you're right. You got a good point there. That's a good point.
And I feel these kids need to do time. They need to sit and realize what they doing. Because it's the system is totally messed up. Our system is totally messed up. Anytime dogs could get more rights and more justice than human beings, it's the problem.
Definitely is. Definitely a problem. All
you
right.
know, they go out, they donate, they feed these dogs, they give them shelter, they do everything, get them free medical assistance. Why they can't help our human rights, our human people this way?
Well, all right. Hold it right there. Hold it right there, sister. I got another out of town caller, 404. Come on, caller. 404. Come on, caller. 404.
What's going on, Brother Martin?
How you doing, brother? Where you calling from?
All right.
Where you calling?
I'm from Atlanta, but I live in Florida.
Okay. All right, cool. Come on with it, brother. What you got to say?
So obviously, I appreciate you. A few things that a few of the callers then brought up as far as the animal laws. I know the young lady just brought it up. Why the animal laws so stringent versus the laws for specifically all people in our community. I say everything is to blame on the usual suspects or those that practice racism. I'll start right there.
Okay.
I know we're talking about what we can do, but when you peel back the layers of everything, it's all designed to keep us as a permanent underclass. That's my opinion, at least. Yeah. Okay, so from the food, the music, the schooling, the laws, and what she just brought about, and how they enforce the crimes, that's all. It's all that way. What we can do, in my opinion, we need Black fathers to be in their children's lives. That's the number one. That's my opinion. Because a mother can only do so much. I was raised by a single mother. Thankfully, I had my grandfather. But until we get the ones that's in their right mind, the men that's in their right mind, and say, hey, our women need help. You can only do so much. You can't work and then come home from a long day and then be expected to chase around a 15 or 16-year-old. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen alone. So until we get that and restore some type of self-love, I don't think it's really going to matter. And that's my opinion. So thankfully, I'm starting to see some brothers starting to wake up and realize, okay, you're supposed to be doing this anyway. But for those that haven't, I pray that they somehow realize it's time to step up.
Okay. Now let me just say something. Mama Diva, maybe you can answer this. I'm going to go to the next call after this. 1605, you're next. Just hold on. Just hold on. Mama Diva, I think as Black people, as some of us that's not educated on how things work, how to get things done, we don't know how to write policy or get legislation done for a law and things like that, and we don't know who to go to. We have no knowledge of it. In other words, we're just like illiterate when it comes to making laws, getting laws passed. That's what I'm saying. So that's my point. Maybe you can talk about that too, because a lot of us just don't know. We just don't know how to get it done.
Okay.
Seriously. Go ahead, Mama Diva.
So in fact, I was just texting Mayor Alsbury and State Rep Debbie, because State Representative Debbie Myers Martin has done a lot in the community. And in fact, she was the one that got a bill passed. She co-sponsored the bill for employers. When you go look for a job, they can't get your past salary history because it's discrimination. Okay. So she got that bill passed. So what happens is, here's the situation. When things like this happen, because this is historical, let's go back to the 60s, during the civil rights movement in the 50s and 60s. All African-American people knew was march. They knew to protest. They knew to march and protest. They did not understand, because they had not been taught, that you can go to your local legislators and try to get laws passed. See, because Martin Luther King was so prolific in his movement, and because he had such a strong impact on the world, there were all races of people following him. So he was able to sit down with presidents and get civil rights acts passed because of his following. Okay, the reason he was assassinated, Martin, was because he was telling the community, he said, don't buy Wonder Bread and do not buy Coca-Cola because of the way they treat the people. And he even told people to take their money out of the bank and put it into some savings and loans bank. And he was trying to help these garbage workers. See, he started doing all of that, and that. But now, okay, so now you have the other side of it, which is the powers that be, which would be, the Jim Crows, the racists, or people, say Caucasian, white people, whatever. That was a threat, because when you get organized and start fighting for your rights, then now you become a threat to the world.
Stop it right there. So
Mama
Diva. Right, stay right there. Notice what Mother Diva just said. You become a threat. So when you protesting and doing things, protesting is not always peaceful. When she said it. Here's a man that did not throw a stone, didn't bust a window, didn't fight back or nothing, but he became a threat. And when you're a threat, a threat is not peaceful. Go ahead, sister. But I just had to throw that in there real quick.
Okay, the reason why he became a threat, and I had this conversation 6 years ago with Lori Lightfoot. You become a threat when you tell people, don't give the powers that be their money. Stop shopping corporate. Stop buying corporate. That's when you become a threat. Because let's go back to the situation with the Alabama bus boycott. You know why African-American people were able to get on the bus and sit anywhere? Because the bus company lost money. They didn't change their racism in their heart. They saw that African-American people spend all this money. And when they started losing money, that's when they changed. You gotta make these people lose their money. They're only going to change when you stop spending money with them. You've been telling people for years, stay up out them beauty salons with those Asian individuals that want to treat people of color a certain way. And not all Asian people are bad. I'm going to say that, because there's some good Asian people. It's a bad, good and bad in every race. But why is it, Martin, that every other race can come into the so-called African American or Black community and set up a business and people run to them. Have you ever seen an African American owned business in Chinatown?
No.
There ain't no ribs and bibs in Chinatown. Why is it they can come there, but they're not welcome? It's never reversed. So that's another form of protesting.
Mm-hmm.
Stop spending your money with corporate and get organized and spend your money amongst yourselves. And then that's when they change. But people have to educate themselves on who to go to in the community. You have an alderman, you have a state senator, you have a state representative, you have a commissioner. If you go on YouTube and put in Mother Diva's House TV series, I have a show there where I pulled out the voters registration card and I explained what those numbers and districts mean and who those people are. You have to get to know your representative in order for you to present something to them to make change. They will do it if they see that there's a special interest, and that's why you vote them in. You vote them in to take care of your business and the things that you need in your community.
Okay, Mama D, I have a question. You are so right on all type of levels, but the thing is, once a Black person really get a law made and say like it get passed, it's just like with these video cameras. The police got these video cameras. Now, you can look at a video and look dead at the video, but somehow, some way, the white folks always make it seem like you didn't see what you just saw. Then it started conflicting in Black people.
Yeah, that's called gaslighting. They try to gaslight people.
So when you do make these laws and get these laws passed, white people always find a way. It's not white. I'm just gonna say corporate. They always find a way to change and make it seem like this law don't exist, and they'll switch it over to another law. Then you got to fight for this law. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
honey, you gonna spend a lifetime of fighting.
It looks like it's not gonna never change. You can make all these laws and pass all these laws for our rights, but they will find a way to block it. They'll find a way. It could be on video. It could be right. Look, you could be looking at it. And they will find a way to change that vision or that version of that video.
Okay. Hold it right there, sister.
Yeah, and if that's the case, once again, like I said, you have to withdraw your dollars.
Right.
If that ends up being the case, you have to stay on top of it and withdraw your dollars and withdraw your support. And Martin, I know you hate when I say this, but I know this sister may be calling from somewhere else. And I know you may not agree, and we can agree to disagree because we brother and sister, we have that.
That's right.
But I'm telling you right now, as far as Cook County is concerned, here in our area, Kim Foxx is the problem. Mayor Lightfoot can't do nothing with the county. Now I'm not telling people,
okay.
I'm not
Mama D.
Lightfoot,
okay.
But the city officials can't do nothing without the Cook County being in agreement with them. There's a disconnect between the city of Chicago and Cook County.
Okay. Now, let me just say this. How is the county the problem, though? That's the thing. See, the city is blaming the county is blaming the city. Now, who make the rules? You just have to enforce what? Listen, Mama D, we talk about it. I understand it. We could disagree to,
Because when people get locked up, they go to the county jail. It's not a city jail.
Okay.
It's the county.
Okay, Mama Diva, do you know what this term means? Pre-trial? You're innocent until proven guilty, and if you get a bond, you can get out.
That's right.
Come on now, Mama Diva. Now you know that that's been in the law before Kim Foxx, before Lori Lightfoot. That law was laid down.
That's right.
That's all I'm saying is now it's only so much.
Okay, but what?
Go ahead, sister. Go ahead, Mama Diva.
Okay, what I'm saying to you, as far as Kim Foxx is concerned, And I know you saw that protest. All those people was down there protesting in her office because they had loved ones where she botched up their cases. And these guilty people had went free. You have a Facebook page on Facebook called Kim Foxx Must Resign. And all my years in politics, I've never seen signs on the 87th and Stony Island cursing her out on a sign. That's ridiculous. What
Yes,
is this woman has
because
done?
those
People
white
have
people,
to act like this.
let me tell you that. I've seen white people put up them signs come in our community, and it still didn't work. The people chose her in the election. They chose her twice. So the people, they spoke. You know, now, is Kim Foxx perfect? I would say no. I tell you one thing, she much better than Anita Alvarez, because she didn't have no mercy on black people.
You know what, Martin? It just seems like whenever anybody gets in those positions, there are lost situations that fall through the cracks. The problem with Kim Foxx is that she likes to make deals to drop charges. Now, as you saw what recently happened, she dropped all the charges against Robert Kelly. And some people was making up excuses for that. Well, she dropped the charges because he got federal charges. He gonna be there for 30 years. Let me tell you something. The charges that was against Robert in the state of Illinois should not have been dropped, simply because if the federal charges end up being dropped, or he somehow to get out of federal prison for whatever reason, the state charges will still be there. Robert right now is fighting a case that he can win because the people who work down there ended up giving personal information to a blogger and put all his privacy was violated. He could be released on a technicality like that. Okay? Kim Foxx just said, this is what I'm saying. She promised people things and she changed her mind. These are the African American family. This ain't no other we ain't talking about no other race of people. She's hurt African American, or would you say black people? Because I don't like colors, whatever people call them. She's hurt a lot of these families are hurt by her dropping charges, letting folks go so they can get out and go do domestic violence again. She's been doing this a long time. At first, we was excited about her because she was letting out wrongfully convicted people. But guess what? That's her job. You're not supposed to be giving folks cookies for doing their job. That's part of the job description.
Okay.
But we'll see what happens.
We'll see what, okay.
The bottom line is, as a community activist, I want to make sure people are educated about who their legislators are, and you need to start talking to these legislators. And I'm going to tell you something. When enough people come at them and it's election season, believe me, they're going to do something. Because Pat Joyce, who was a state representative of a state senator, he helped a young family in Kankakee get a lemonade law passed. The little girl was selling lemonade and got shut down. Now there's the Haley Bug lemonade law that says all children can have a lemonade stand.
Okay.
So if it's in the state, if it's in their best interest for them, remember, these are politicians. They go, one hand washes the other.
That's how it is.
If it's in their best interest and they know they're going to get them votes, they going to pass those laws. And they gonna make sure the law is enforced because you gonna stay on top of them. Because the same people who vote you in, vote your ass out.
All right. Hold it right there. 1605, new caller. Go ahead. Thank you for holding. You've been holding for a minute. Thank you, caller. Caller been holding over 20 minutes. Just about 20 minutes. 1605. Go ahead, caller. I'm sorry. We get a little excited
That's
here.
cool, Marty. I mean, no, Marty, I just like listening,
Okay.
To what the young lady was saying about Kim Foxx and was talking about the politicians on what we need to do. It's easy for us to say what they got to do, but if we don't understand what's going on, then that's all we can keep saying is they could do this, or this person ain't that, or that person ain't this. I went through that when I kept saying that Kim wasn't doing her job. She wasn't doing this, she wasn't doing that. But then when I was going through the trial for Dion, I had to learn that because of the way the juvenile law was changed in 2016,
you know, when they was doing this criminal reform, right?
All right.
They reformed everything, right? But you know, they made it so easy that the juveniles is doing the stuff you see them do because they getting slapped on the hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have to change it. We have to push for changes. You know, we have to we got to ask our lawmakers to change their 2016 law for juvenile. They could shoot and kill somebody. They're gonna go home with their mom on house arrest. Then after that, they're gonna get probation. And that sends them right back on the street. So no matter how much we scream, we holler, we say we want them to get life, we want them to get this or that, it don't matter. When we born, we not born with a record. It's what we do while we here.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to think, most of these kids that's catching these cases, some of them really don't have records, but they doing it. And that's why they getting slapped right and sent right back home. You know,
and that goes back to what I said, Martin, about an older person influencing them. These 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds are recruiting these 12, 13-year-old kids because they don't have a record. And they know they can get a slap on the wrist. Whereas if you 18 and up, you ain't gonna get no slap on the wrist.
But that's why
it's all part of a recruitment.
But sister, we gotta work now. We gotta talk to these lawmakers, and we gotta ask them to amend this law. And that's what.
Okay, let's do that. Then let's do that. I'm texting State Rep Debbie right now. Let's do that. You know, we need to work together. You want to write the bill?
The bill is already written up. It's written up. I mean, Kim Buckner, you know, he's been trying to work with me to help me. The only thing been holding me up is I'm waiting on the University of Chicago to give me the crime stats.
Statistics. Okay.
There is.
You want an amendment? What you're saying is you want an amendment to that bill.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I want an amendment to it.
Okay.
It's called it. I want it to be the Dion's Law. It's already been written up. It's
good.
I mean, I don't talk to them. They don't told me that it might change 2 or 3 times, but you know, I mean, they tried changing it. There was a representative. I can't think of his name. He was from downstate, but the way he was doing it, that bill didn't make it out of committee, which was much harsher than the one that I had got help written up. The one I got help written, which was that it amends what they saying. Like if you kill somebody, no matter what, you give it 6 months. Within that 6 months, counseling, schooling. When you come out, you'll have a mentor, and you still gonna need counseling because to take another person's life, that's gonna mess them up. If they get caught with a gun again, they get 30 days. Right now, if they get caught with a gun, they get caught the first time, they getting sent home. They give them supervision or probation. They go right back out there and catch another case because they getting sent home. The worstest thing that was happening to our community was when Judge Katz was sitting on that bench. It's a good thing he retired. He had a dough and was sending these kids back out like, oh, they need love or they need a hug. And he's putting them back on the streets. You know, we can't keep saying that. And I was the biggest hater. I was blaming Kim left and right. Marty could tell.
Mm-hmm.
I was at her feet heels. But then when I sit there and I had to learn what was going on with it, then I understood. The kid that killed my son, he was given reckless. It was reckless endangerment. But he got probation sent right home.
Mm. Wow. Hey, listen.
So we just got it. You know, it's messed up out here. You know, it is. It's messed up.
Right.
I mean, we see these kids doing stuff. I think somebody got shot today, right?
Right.
You know, and you got to think that it breaks hard for us to see that. You know, the worst thing is for any parent to stand over their
Well,
kids
I
and watch
think,
that cast
I
their
think
Lord.
they should make a bill where we should at least have 1 or 2 mental institution clinics in our neighborhood to help these type of people. We don't have no type of mental help in our community. They shut all those mental clinics down to help those type of people. They can't walk in and get no help no more. The county ain't gonna help you no more. They send them home.
Let me say something, sister. I got another caller. Let me get this call on because I'm shutting off at 9:30. I got like another good 10 minutes, 13 minutes. Caller, area code 313. Come on.
Martin, real quick, that brother that's working on the bill with Cam Butler. Look me up on Facebook and Instagram. It's Mother Diva's house. And I'm texting the state representative, Debbie Myers Martin now. Because I have her cell phone number.
Okay.
Look me up.
I'll give him your
Let's try
number.
to help work on this.
I'll give him your number. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
He got it.
I got it. I give him your number, Mama Diva.
My number too.
Okay, vice versa. Okay, let me get this. Okay, I got like about a good 12 minutes, y'all.
Y'all take care.
Okay, thank you, Donald. Okay, 313 area code. Come on, 313 area code. Come on, caller.
That's Detroit.
That's Detroit. Come on.
Let me just say one thing.
Now I can't have no 5-minute sermon now. No 5-minute sermon. Go ahead, because I got. Go ahead.
Look up House Joint Resolution 192, 73rd Congress. Stop entertaining that democracy. When you understand the true democracy, you won't entertain them. The United States is a closed down, bankrupt company. This is why you're still running into issues that are not resolved. House Joint Resolution 192, 73rd Congress. Look into it. Once you read that, you comprehend it, you can solve your own problems. Stop running to folks that do not have authority.
Okay. I want to hear from Marcus. Go ahead, Marcus.
I'm looking it up right now.
Marcus, go ahead. Marcus.
Oh no, you're gonna have to read it. It's and congressional records. Look at congressional records.
Okay.
June 13, 1967, page 15641. It'll tell you the 14th Amendment is unconstitutional, which they have black folks listed as 14th Amendment. You can solve your own problem.
Okay.
The problem in our community is we do not read.
We don't know, sister. We weren't trained to read like that and get things done. You know, reading is comprehension.
Right. You.
Look, but listen, sister. Listen, you just acquired this knowledge. You weren't born with this knowledge that you have. So don't get hard on the rest of the people.
But at least I woke up.
I know it, but I'm just saying.
Listen, don't knock me because I'm not.
Hold on.
Listen.
Look how many years. Hold on, sister. Look how many. No, because you do this all the time. Look how many years it took you to get this knowledge. Give somebody else a chance. It might take them the same amount of time to get the knowledge that you got. So think about that, okay? That's all I'm saying. I ain't trying to come down on you. You got the knowledge, but give somebody else time to get it too. You know, we all on different levels. You know, go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
And Martin, we also have to be careful in how we say things as well, because there are a lot of African American families that have trained their children to read. Okay, they're just certain ones didn't. We can't generalize it. We gotta be careful how we make that statement, because there are a lot of people who have trained their families to read. These people, going back to these boys, we're living in times where it's all about social media and all about this TikTok. And I'm not knocking the TikTok, the Facebook, the YouTube and all that, because you can use it for good. But these kids are not being trained on how to assimilate and use it for good. They're using it for evil. Just like, did you see the video of a 9-year-old girl who pulled out a knife and made a video and threatened another 9-year-old girl?
I didn't see that video. I'm glad
these kids are making videos. Yeah. And guess what? All they did was have a conversation with her. And the mother of the child she was threatening, she said she wanted that girl suspended and terminated from that school indefinitely.
Okay. Let me go to Marcus.
A 9-year-old child child held up a knife to a camera and explained in full detail how she was going to hurt the other 9-year-old and sent it to her.
Okay, Martin. I'm
Okay,
ready to
come on, Marcus.
man.
Come on, Marcus. Come on, talk. Come on, Marcus. I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes then, because 9:30 is my shut-off time. Go ahead, Marcus.
All right.
Go ahead.
You know, first of all, we all got to learn to listen to each other. These young people.
That's right.
Some of these young people have been telling us, and some of the older people have been telling the young people. Nobody's listening to each other. We see what's going on out here. These young kids see what's going on out here. And as I said earlier, some of these kids want to do this. They think it's funny. They think it's cool to kill somebody. They think it's cool to run game on people. And then when the game is ran on them, they slapped in the face, asking themselves, excuse my French on your show, but what the hell just happened to me? Well, you were the fife in the gate messing with the Doberman. And somehow the gate got left open. The Doberman got a hold of you. You running game on people. You doing what you doing to people. You need to pay for what you do. Kim Fox ain't the problem. I think white supremacy is in full effect that they got a lot of us hating Kim Fox. It's the laws. The laws need to be changed. Mm-hmm. And weren't the activists running around here less than 3 years ago saying free them all in front of the Cook County Jail? I know I was taking pictures of it. This is what free them all means. This is what you get when you free them all. I know what they meant. But be careful when you say free them all, because some of them don't deserve to be free. They put themselves behind bars, and they need to pay for their mistakes. And I'm gone.
Okay, thanks, Marcus. Okay, 901. Come on, 901. So say something. Give you a couple more minutes, because we're cutting off at 9:30 tonight. 901 area code.
Mario, all I have to say, this was a good conversation, and I hope people take heed to these programs that you do, because you be having good topics, and it's nice that we could get on here and express our opinions and listen to each other's thoughts.
And let me say something. Let me add something on to that. And you don't even have to agree with me, because I don't agree with a lot of stuff people say, but I'm willing to listen and take in and be patient, because you got some stations, some blogs. If you're not talking the way if you're not talking to Republican talk, they don't want to hear you. If you're not talking to Democrat talk, what they talk about, they don't want to hear you. That's not here. I want to hear from the left, the right, the up, the down. I want to hear, because that's how we're going to find out things. We're going to learn how each other think. Why you think this way? Why you think it's this way? But see, people, we have to learn how to listen to each other. Not one person have all the answers. The world is a big stage, and everybody got their role to play. It's a person on here that's probably going to give us something to set us free. You just don't never know. You don't know. And they just been holding on and sitting on it, but they got the answer to what we need. That's all I'm saying. And I try to give people a voice. And Mama Diva witness. A lot of people, a lot of activists are not going to allow you to come on their show without them screening you or talking to you and talking live like us. Some of you people don't hear, excuse me for saying you people, I don't know y'all from a can of paint. I don't know what you're going to say when you get on this live. I really don't. But I'm willing to take a risk to hear what you got to say, to hear your concerns, whether if I believe it or not, but I do want to hear it. All right, that's what I had to say. I had to add that on to that. I'm sorry. Mama Diva, you can close us out. Did I miss anybody else? Mama Diva, you can close us out. 901, you talk 901. Mama Diva, you can close us out. Come on, close us out.
Okay, just to reiterate.
Okay.
I do agree with some of what the callers were saying about these children needing love. Yes, they need love, but they also need tough love. And they need to understand that when you commit to these types of crimes, that there's a penalty. You have to teach these kids to take responsibility. Here's where the problem is. Martin, we always jump down the parents' throat, but guess what? This is a generational curse. A lot of these parents ain't been taught nothing. We got to reprogram the parents, the grandparents, the great-grandparents. We all need to be taking classes on how to teach these people how to do it properly, because you got parents out here giving their 6-month-old baby Kool-Aid and Cheetos.
Mm.
You know,
But see,
because
that's
they
why I brought up that once before. They took all those resources out our neighborhood. You see what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
These kids and these parents don't have nowhere to go for these advice. You know, when we grew up, we had clinics, we had mental health clinics, or just parents and growth kids classes you go to with you and your child. That you
So
see.
Martin, I have to reiterate what this young lady is saying about the mental health facilities. A lot of them have been closed down. But the one thing that they never teach us when it comes to mental health is getting our neurotransmitters tested. And our neurotransmitters are the chemicals in our brain, which is your dopamine, your serotonin, your GABA. See, all of that is affected. Most Americans have an imbalance in their neurotransmitters, and it's nothing but a urine test, and it can tell you what is off balance. If you have high levels of dopamine, you are homicidal and suicidal, period. That stuff has to be balanced out, and it can be balanced out with simple diet changes and healthy supplements. But this is not what's being taught. They just want to medicate people and throw them on some Prozac and all this kind of stuff, and that's not going to solve the problem.
It comes down about money. They revenue. Drug business, pill business is the top #1 seller in America.
Exactly.
That's why they try to make you pay for your health insurance so high, this and that, because this is the #1 top seller. And they know they made it a law now where they made everybody had to get health insurance.
Mm. All right, people.
And if you don't have it, you got to pay $600. But I just want to close with this, Martin.
Go ahead.
We have to organize and come together and start withdrawing our dollars and withdrawing our support for the people who are sitting on high, and they are not taking care of the people who support them and spend money with them. When we become that power base and withdraw our funds, then that's when things will change. But we have to come together and make it happen.
All right, Mama, we're going to leave it right there, Mother Diva. Thank you so much. I'm going to send you that number over and everything. Thank you so much. And Mother Diva,
Okay, love you.
I love you too.
Y'all.
Thank you so much for your input. You're a very knowledgeable sister. She's an activist. She's in the community. I've done a lot of work with her, so I know she's boots on the ground. She's very passionate. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I shortened it up a little bit tonight. I didn't want to drag it on, but I really wanted to talk about love tonight. But I guess we were so busy on this 13-year-olds stole the car and crashed and killed a 71-year-old man. It's a terrible thing, people. We have to do better. We have to start loving on our children, and we have to stop using our children as pawns against each other, for the parents, each other parent. So we have to stop doing that. Even if the parents can't get along, let's come to a mutual agreement where we can both be in our sons and daughters' lives, things like that. So appreciate you. You already know what time it is. It's live. You already know what it is. What time is live, uncut. This is where we what?
Tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil.
All right, people. Be safe, be safe, be safe. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We shall resume on tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Live, uncut, unedited.